Okay, so for my red black belt and my black belt, I'm gonna have you guys grab some nunchucks. Hopefully you guys have your nunchucks still. The nunchuck form is a form that we had you guys do in the past, but it wasn't really a form that we had you test on, past going from red to red black. It is a form that we're gonna be making mandatory now as you go up to your next rank. So this is a form I wanna practice with you guys real quick, make sure you guys know it and are confident with it. Hopefully you remember it, but if not, this will be a good refresher for you guys. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna be working on the nunchaku forms. Hopefully you guys have a pair of those. If you don't have a pair, maybe you can ask your parents to order you a pair so you can start practicing. Or, you know what, to be honest with you, the other day I was messing around in the kitchen. I had a dish towel, and I could use that dish towel pretty well as for a pair of nunchucks. So if that's all you got, that's all you got, and make do with that, okay? So for my brown one belt, you only have to know the first half of the form, okay? If you want to learn the rest, follow along. Red belts, we're gonna be going through the entire thing today. So I wanna do a quick warm up first with our nunchucks. This is always a great drill to get warmed up with and practice. We're just gonna do forwards rotations. Now, when you're doing this, you wanna keep the nunchuck really still, the wrist really still. You don't wanna be doing this. Okay, look how it's, my wrist is barely moving. And we're gonna do kind of a short warm up. I don't wanna spend too much time on this. But whenever you practice, it's good. Maybe you do this for about a minute in each direction. So right now we're going forwards. Let's switch and go backwards. And this just really builds the coordination in your wrist, and it'll make all your moves a lot cleaner, a lot smoother. Okay? So again, I like to do this until my forearm starts to burn a little bit. So usually you go about a minute each direction. But for right now, let's go ahead and switch. Let's do the other hand. Again, we're going to go forwards. And again, notice, small circles, especially with your non-dominant hands. These can be a little tougher, which is why you should really do them. Okay, let's switch directions. Okay, guys, good work. So whenever you're practicing your nunchucks at home, start off with a simple drill like that. You'll see a big difference in your moves, okay? So let's get started here. So we're gonna start at attention like this. Now the first move we go to is ready position, okay? Then number one, we go knuckle to knuckle, step into a horse stance, upper block, okay? Next, down block. Then we're gonna take the right hand, turn this inward as we go into our outside block. Try it again. Ready position and other side, outside block. Okay, let's try that again. So from attention, we go ready position. Number one, step out, horse stance. Number two, down block. Next is turn that inward. You gotta bring that nunchaku up inside to the outside block. And then you return to ready, other side, outside block. Let me give you a side view, let's do it again. Okay, hopefully you're following along with me, guys. Okay, so again, ready position, number one, upper block, two, down block, three, outside, four, outside. So, for those of you guys that know the form, we're gonna be working on getting through this a little quicker. So if you're having trouble keeping up with my speed, rewind that section, practice that section a little more. For those of you guys that do know it pretty well, like I said, I'm gonna push your speed today. This is a form that as you get higher in the belt, we expect you to be a little quicker with it. Okay, let me do it again from the side view. So we go ready, number one, down block, outside, outside. Now, next section, I'm gonna take control with my right hand. I'm gonna go right hip, left hip, okay? Then I'm gonna circle back and catch. Let's watch that again. Right, left, circle, catch. One more time. Right hip cradle, left hip cradle, circle back and catch. So let's put that together. Okay, we'll start from ready position. Okay, so we go horse stance, upper block, down block, outside, outside, hip, hip, circle, catch. Now from here, I'm gonna take control with my left hand and I'm gonna do a shoulder catch on this side, okay? Now, we do what's called the reverse figure eight. A traditional or regular figure eight would be striking on top, like this. So a reverse figure eight we're doing from here, we're striking underneath like this, okay? So you do about 3 to 4 rotations, okay? And a rotation is right, left, okay? So you go about 3 to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, And on that final upward swing, you bring it to a hip cradle, bring it around back, and catch back here. Okay? So let me show you guys from this a back view here so you can see everything. Again, we'll start from ready position. So horse stance, up block, down block, outside, outside, hip, hip, circle, catch, switch, reverse, figure 8, hip cradle, come around back and catch. Look how I'm grabbing. Then I'm going to take control with my left hand, back catch, or excuse me, hip cradle, back catch. Okay? So watch that again. I'm going to go with the right hand. So catch, hip cradle, catch. Okay? So let's do this again. From the beginning, we'll just go through up to that point. And again, we're going to add some speed to it. Okay, so start ready position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now once you get to here, control should be back to your right hand. Okay, that means I'm going to take the right hand and bring this nunchuck up around. And you can see how the nunchuck, kind of pops up here on my shoulder. What I want to do is I want to catch that. So now control is in my left hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hip cradle, come back around and catch that. Okay? Okay, so let's start this form from the beginning again. I'm going to give you guys a side view for this. So we start at attention, ready position, horse stance, down block, outside, outside. Catch. Remember, hip cradle, catch. Now from here, we're going to take that nunchuck. We're going to have the control in our right hand. We're going to go right hip, left hip. Okay, again, right, left, back to the right shoulder, back of the right knee into a shoulder catch. Let's try that again. Okay, we're going to go hip, hip, back of the right arm, back of the right knee, catch. Now from here, you're going to do a shoulder catch on the left side, but you're actually going to maintain control on the left hand, so don't switch the control. I'm going to catch, but that control stays in my left hand. So with my left hand, I'm going to go hip, hip, arm, leg, catch. Okay? So let me do this facing forwards here. We'll start from those neck catches. Okay? So we're going to go neck catch, hip cradle, neck catch. Now I'm going to go right hip, left hip, right shoulder, right knee, catch. Okay? And then I'm going to switch. And again, remember to maintain control on that left hand. Right hip, left left shoulder, left knee, catch. Now the next part is the probably most difficult part. This is your wrist rolls. If you go to the, on our YouTube channel, look at the red belt video, I have a really detailed breakdown of how to do those wrist rolls. I recommend watching that. It's towards the end of the video. So again, if you're having trouble with this, go watch that and it'll help you guys out. But we're gonna go hip, hip. So I go right hip, left hip, and then I'm gonna do that wrist roll, catch. And as I'm catching, I'm doing a hip cradle, which means I'm gonna bounce and then wrist roll to the other direction. And again, as I do the wrist roll to the other direction, I'm bouncing that, okay, hip cradle, and then into my shoulder catch there. So let's try that again. Okay, we're gonna start from the last section here, so we were on the left side. Okay, so we're gonna go hip, hip, arm, leg, catch. Now from here, hip, hip, wrist roll, hip cradle, wrist roll, hip, hip, catch. Okay, and then from there, you unwind to ready position, come to attention, and back. Okay, let's go through this again, and we're gonna go through it a little quick here. I'm gonna do it from a back view so you can see some of the stuff I'm doing behind my back here. Okay, so we go to ready position, horse stance. Okay guys, so that's your nunchuck form. Like I said, if you need to have a little bit more detail, go to the red belt video. I have a lot of nunchuck drills for you to do, and I probably do an even more thorough job of breaking that form down than I did today. That video will help you guys out. If you know, my brown one belt, you only need to do the first half, but again, if you guys want to learn more, go ahead and do that. Okay guys, thanks for joining today. I want you to actually practice that form a few more minutes on your own, about 5 more minutes by yourself, and that'll be the end of your training for today. Okay, get going.
All right, black belts, let's work now on your higher one-step sparring. We're gonna start with one-step sparring number 13. I'm at ready position. I'm gonna step back, parry, step in, jab, punch, hook, and I key up on that hook. Let's do it again, ready position. I go step back, parry, step in, jab, punch, hook. Ready position again, number 13. Go. Hut. Return. A little bit faster now. 13. Go. Hut. One more time, full speed, number 13. Go. Hut. Ready position. Excellent. Let's do one-step sparring number 14 now. Number 14, ready position. I step back, parry, and from here I'm going to turn, look, jump, back kick, left leg, inside crescent, jab, punch, hook. Keeping on that hook again. Ready position number 14. Jump away, parry, jump, back kick, inside crescent, jab, punch, hook. Return. Start spinning it up a little bit now. 14. Go. Ha! Ready position. Again, 14. Go. Ha! And one more time, number 14, full speed.
Okay guys, we're gonna work on eskrima drill number 3. Now this one's a little different. Instead of my attacker throwing the one strike, he's throwing the backhanded strike, so the number 2 strike, striking for the opposite side of my body. Now on this one, as he strikes, okay, I'm actually gonna step in, and by stepping in, that means stepping forwards with my back leg. Notice how I'm blocking here, okay? I'm basically doing an outside block here. And again, I'm nice to my partner, so I aim for the weapon. Normally I'd be aiming for those knuckles right there. Okay, but we don't do that against our partner unless you have like a padded eskrima. If you have a padded one, go ahead and aim for those knuckles. Okay, let's do that again. As that strike comes in, I want to close the distance. I reinforce. My hand is behind. If I only block with one hand, if he hit this hard enough, I'd get hit by that. So I want to reinforce, but be careful when you reinforce that your fingers aren't wrapped around the eskrima. It's like a palm press. You're pressing with that hand, fingers out of the way. So again, that attack comes in here. Now this left hand, look where it's at. All I do is move it here, and I don't need this hand. I'm just gonna shove it out of the way, and I'm in perfect position. Strike, strike. We call this one X marks the spot. We're gonna draw an X on their back. Okay, so again, that strike comes in, I close the distance. Look how I step forward, reinforcing block, slide, push, and right as I push, draw an X on their back. Okay, let's do this from another angle. Okay, so that strike comes in, I step forward, block, push, draw that X. Okay, again. Good, thank you very much, sir. Okay, let me show you guys this facing forwards, okay? So, step forwards, press, slide the hand, push, X marks the spot. Let me turn around backwards so you can see how that's done. Okay, again, we step forwards, push, strike, strike. Okay guys, excellent job. Okay guys, eskrima drill number 4. Again, he's attacking with the backhand strike, number 2 strike. Okay, so as that strike comes in, I'm going to step forward just like before, reinforcing block. Now from here, this left hand is gonna do the disarm. Remember that snake move? This hand snakes around. Now what I'm doing is I'm gonna pull this hand in tight like this, okay? If it's loose, you know, he can pull that weapon through pretty easily. Let's try that again, okay? I step in, reinforcing block. Now I want to snake and keep this tight. If I have it loose like this, look how he can escape. Okay, so again, block, snake around it. I want to pull this in tight. Okay, I have his weapon trapped underneath my hand here. Okay, now as I trap this, I'm gonna take my Eskrima stick. I'm just gonna simply pivot and do a backhand strike. Notice how right now I have the butt end of the Eskrima pointed at his face. I'm just gonna turn, and it's a little snap strike. Snap, and I'm gonna turn the other way and strike to the head and keep rotating. And you can see I barely put any pressure on that, but that stripped him of his weapon. So let's try this again. Okay, I step in, block, snake that hand and pull it in tight. Now, as you're pulling in tight, pivot, hit with the backside of that Eskrima. Now pivot again, and as you strike, you're rotating. And you can see how easily I freed that weapon from him. Let's go from another angle. Okay. Snake, pull that in tight, pivot, strike, pivot, strike. Ooh, okay. Excellent, thank you very much, sir. Let me show you guys this facing forwards here. Block, this hand's gonna snake through, come in, pivot, pivot. Watch this again. Pivot, pivot. One more time. Pivot, it's just a little strike like this, pivot the other way. Let me show you from the back angle here. Step in, block. The left hand snakes through, comes up to the chest here. Pivot, pivot. Again, pivot, pivot. Okay guys, good work.